What is going on, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision, your daily source for knife and EDC content. Today, I have a brand new knife here to share with you all, and this one is coming in from Remette Knives. While we're getting this thing opened up, let me know down in the comments what your EDC is for today. I love seeing what you guys are carrying. Now, I have no idea what this is. I have not seen it, and I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be even looking at today. I'll have it popping up on the screen, and I'm not 100% sure what this is even called. So we're really going into this thing blindfolded here. And right off the rip, this thing is insane looking. Look at that full length. Oh, that's an integral. Wow, look at this thing. We got a little switch here, and that must release the backspacer maybe. We got some thumb discs or thumb studs, and then we got a little flipper tab here, milled pocket clip. Let's fire this thing out with the flipper tab here and see what we're looking at. It's a recessed liner lock. Ooh, man. I said it last year, guys. It's been a little bit since we checked anything out from Remette, but I had to give, ooh, that works good. I had to give them my most improved company of the year last year. They went from being a good, a solid OEM to a phenomenal OEM over the course of the last year or so. They really have stepped up from when they initially came onto the scene. I checked out their first couple of budget knives, a couple years back when they weren't even named Remette yet. And now, and those were like $40, $50. Now they're putting out stuff like this here. So while we got this bad boy laying down, let's get a look at some specs here. We're going to be at 3 1/4 strong of cutting edge, and we'll call it that for total blade as well. And then coming down there to the bottom of the clip, that is going to be right at 8 inches. We're going to be looking at M390 for the steel choice here. If I remember right, this knife doesn't have an actual name. I think it's like W1 or WK1. I think that's the name of this knife. And man, this is really nice. I like that harpoon look. Instead of just making it a standard drop point, they give that kind of harpoon there. Nice full length swedge running all the way to the tip. The flat with the hand satin and then the belt satin on the primary and the swedge gives it a really nice contrast. We kind of roll it in the light. You can kind of tell it looks really good in person. I don't know. Yeah, the camera's doing it pretty good justice there. Very good looking finish on the blade. And I believe, knowing Remette, they have probably 6 or 7 different versions of this knife that you can pick up with different finishes on the blade, from satin, blasted, and coated. And then I'm sure they have some different colors when it comes to the handles as well. I'll have that stuff linked down below in the description. But I definitely recommend going over and checking out their website if you haven't been over there in a little while or ever. They have a really cool catalog of knives over there at Remette. We'll put a couple of comparison knives up here to give you an idea on its size. We got the full-size Kaiser Militaw up top and the full-size Benchmade bug out here on the bottom. And if we line up the Militaw right in line with the WK1, I believe is what it's called, we're going to see the WK1 is a little bit larger on both ends. And a couple of more. We got the Kaiser Drop Bear up top and the Vosteed Raccoon Bowie down here on the bottom. And the WK1 is going to be much larger than both of those. We'll go ahead and we'll get a weight check on this thing. I feel like this is the knife that some knife guys have been waiting for. A lot of companies are putting out tons of knives, and a lot of them are all under 7 3/4 inches, of an overall size. And we just don't get to see many 8+ inch knives, they're very far and few between. And it's awesome when an 8-inch knife comes out or more, premium, and just going to, this is perfect right here in my opinion. This is like this is the ultimate size at the minimum in my opinion, especially like depending on the size of your hand. But this is the absolute money shot. That's why I like about 8 inches. That is a good solid size. As far as the weight is concerned on this feller here, full slab's a tie. We got that inset liner lock. This one might be tricky, guys. But it shouldn't be. Let's do 3 point, no. Let's do 3.9. Oh, wow. See, now that's horrible. That is horrible. Shame on you, dude. Shame on you. And for all the weirdos out there, 140 grams. I was bound to get off track at some point. I've nailed like the last 6 or 7 all within 0.1, 0.2 of each other, and I was bound to screw up. So this has a little bit of heft to it, which isn't a bad thing coming in at 4.9. At our thickest spot, we're at about a boot. We're at a boot 0.52 for our handle thickness here. And we'll try to get up there as close as we can. And we're going to be looking at about 135 thousandths for our blade stock thickness. And we'll get a behind the edge thickness. And wow, that's coming down there around 14 thousandths in that particular spot with that particular hold. But that gives you a good idea on the behind the edge thickness, and that is coming down there pretty damn thin. But let's see how this thing cuts out of the box. We got our SMKW catalog paper here. We'll do a couple pokes, see if we can get some piercing out of this, which I think this is going to be a great piercer. It's got a nice edge on it. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. That's just me screwing up. This has a laser edge. Can we get some more shavings? That's a beautiful blade right there. Love a nice little harpoon drop point, and it's definitely got the Remette aesthetic to it. Really, really solid job from Remette. I know they've had some other models come out here recently as well that look spectacular. Closing action is money, centered up. The detent, guys, is rock solid. Really good. Reverse flick is money. You can easily get right there to that flat, and then it kind of stops you there. And that just allows you to get a nice flick on this thing. Same with the thumb. Plenty of room to get to it. Underneath of it, fire that thing out. Flipper tab, it's more minimal, but the way that it's designed, you can really rocket that blade out of there. It's got a nice high height to it in accordance with the pivot, which, as you can see, this is void of any exposed hardware. And I believe that is where this little tab comes into play. And can we figure it out on the fly here? On the fly. How does it work? Does this whole thing come off? No, that can't be right to open it. Is it? Anybody know? It looks like it splits right here. That's interesting. Okay, I figured it out. So you slide the switch down, that's on a spring, and then you just slide the back up. So that is freaking sweet. This is dope as hell. It reminds me of the Mecha X, but you can take that entire integral back strap off, which is solid titanium, and then that allows you to get to your couple of hardware bits there. And I think we would have to go even further to get to that pocket clip, maybe, or is that part? No, that's a separate part. This thing is wicked as hell. Got a couple of nubs there just to keep structure with that back strap, and then to put it on. Okay. Maybe. So we got to go up to get it off. I'm sure it's much easier than I'm making it look. I just don't, I have no clue. Okay, I got an idea here. We'll slide him back. There we go. Yeah. That thing is wicked. Last thing we got to check, ladies and gentlemen, going to be that lockup. Come on, Remette. Don't let us down, baby. Don't let us down. This thing is dope as hell. Lockup looks pretty early, but I've seen some locks like this, and they tend to be, they have like a little bit more to them as far as how they meet up with the tang of the blade. So I'm thinking that's going to be pretty rugged. There's no movement in there. Centering's good to go. There's no detent lash in there. This has a nice solid detent on it. Feels very good. Just giving it a couple of shots. Good. Very good. That's what we want to see. We want to know. Just a couple of taps, couple of whacks, and make sure everything is good to go. We'll run this through our normal check here. Action. Feels good. No detent lash develop. No pivot lash develop. No rocking on that liner lock. Man, yeah. This is an 8-inch beast right here, and it's got a futuristic vibe to it, but it's not too overdone. It's not too extravagant. You guys will have to let me know what you think of this Remette here. And have you noticed that they have really taken another step into that next level of knife production? Let me know if you get the same vibe from them. I mean, they put out some awesome gravity knives, some really good premium folders like this here, and then they've put out some extremely solid budget knives. I forget what it was. Was it the B, the RTB? Oh my goodness, was that an awesome budget knife? So solid. They really have turned a corner there. And then this spot's gonna be beautiful. You got that jimping with those studs there. Yeah, this thing is dope as hell. I'm going to guess though, because of this machining, this titanium backstrap that's removable. This is north of 300 bucks. I'm going to guess, no question. I bet 350 all day long for something like this. And Remette runs their M390 60 to 62. So I'm good with 60 to 62. At 60 at minimum, I'm good with that. That'll be really solid. You guys will have to let me know. What do you think of the WK1 here? Let me know what you think of Remette. If nothing else, Let me know what you carried in your pockets today. I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Always appreciate that, everyone. If you have anyone you can share this video with, I'd greatly appreciate it. That is one thing that truly helps push these videos out there to more people. If you're new to the channel here and you enjoy knife and EDC content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release daily videos just like this. I'll pop up a couple of newer videos onto your screen. Go check one of them out for me. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.